Welcome back, dear viewers. You're still watching The Breakfast Show live on Nile TV International. It's now time for a second topic of discussion for today, and we're going to be shedding the light on a pavilion that was inaugurated in the Italian city of Rimini. The Egyptian ambassador in Rome, Hisham Badr, on Friday inaugurated the Egyptian pavilion at the Italian tourism exhibition TTG Travel Experience in the Italian city of Rimini. And to shed more light on this topic, we're most delighted to be joined over the phone by Dr. Yehya Abdul, tourism counselor. A very good morning, Dr. Yehya, and thank you so much for joining us. Dr. Yehya, do you have my voice? Thank you so much, first of all, for joining us on The Breakfast Show. If you could kindly shed the light on the Italian tourism exhibition, TTG Travel Experience that was inaugurated in the Italian city of Rimini on Friday in the presence, of course, of the Egyptian ambassador to Rome, Ambassador Hisham Badr.
Well, Rimini really is an exceptional resort overlooking the Adriatic Sea. And its travel show is a leading travel fair in Europe. We have representatives of 90 countries, travel suppliers, services, tour operators, hotel corporations, international cruise lines, and world airlines as well. So this is a great opportunity because His Excellency Egyptian Ambassador in Rome participated in the travel show and opened the Egyptian Pavilion in cooperation with Mr. Magid, who was there, Director of International Travel at the Ministry of Tourism in Cairo. So this is a great opportunity for Egyptian tourism.
Yeah, just speaking of what you have just said, sir, the importance of the Egyptian participation in this exhibition.
Well, really, Egypt has been participating in this, significant travel show overlooking the Adriatic. Because, we have 90 countries, the whole European Union, and we have the Adriatic states, like Croatia, Slovenia, Czech Republic, Albania, Serbia, Slovenia, and President Sisi, a week ago, was in Hungary, which is part of his participation to promote and, give boost to, Egyptian tourism in the region. 2 days ago, an international cruise line arrived to Safari Port, and 1,000 passengers of the cruise moved to Luxor to visit, the Pharaonic attractions in the Luxor Temple and Valley of the Kings. So this is a great show, really, where world leaders of travel suppliers will meet and exchange benefits and make deals, and Egypt is going to gain a lot from this presence in the heart of Europe.
Dr. Yehya, if you can also tell us about the possible opportunities to build on such events and exhibitions to promote tourism domestically in Egypt.
Well, definitely, because prior to 2010, inbound and traveling flows from Italy to Egypt were so remarkable. It was by the millions. But of course, due to the pandemic, there was a slowdown. But now there is a travel rebound again and strong comeback. We have Italian tours, dedicated to Sharm el-Sheikh and Hagara. And thank God because of the heavy, influence of charter flights that's carrying these tours from Sharm el-Sheikh to Rome and other Italian cities as well.
Also, sir, as you know, the winter season is just around the corner. Your expectations for the influx of tourists into Egypt during this season, given, of course, that the COVID-19 situation in Egypt is under control thanks to the relentless efforts of the Egyptian government and, of course, the Egyptian Ministry of Health and Population.
Well, Thank you for mentioning this because, inshallah, we expect 21-22 to be a good year for Egyptian tourism. Egypt was very strict, in applying the WHO criteria imposed on travel and hospitality industry worldwide. That's why Red Sea resorts and Luxor, Aswan night cruises, they were thoroughly inspected, and the hotel staff has been vaccinated more than once, and facilities are being checked regularly. That's why Egypt, like in the eyes of the WTO in Madrid, the WTO in Geneva, where, carrying its responsibilities. And that's why we have a strong season, inshallah. We have travelers from Germany, Switzerland, Austria, England, UK, and then the US as well. And we have, other areas, tours from Serbia, from Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan. All these tours, are currently moving to Agara, Sharm el-Sheikh, and Marsa Alam.
Yes. Also, sir, speaking about the efforts of the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities to shed the light on major touristic attractions, like, of course, the city of Luxor and the transformation it has witnessed, do you think that this will impact the number of tourists visiting Egypt?
Well, definitely yes, because we have seen Prime Minister Mr. Madbouli and Mr. Anani, last week visiting, El Karnak Temple and checking on the progress of the Ramsey Avenue. Again, last week there was an Egyptian exhibit in Luxor, the Gold of the Pharaohs, where 747 artifacts, were displayed from pharaonic to contemporary times. So we have really the Ministry of Tourism is doing best. Last week, Mr. Anani as well was in Paris attending the top Rizal. This is the top travel show, for the Francophone states and Europe worldwide. Again, shortly, Egypt will be participating in the World Travel Market in London. And this is the greatest travel show on earth, where, suppliers and stakeholders of travel from all the world meet and exchange deals, services, and benefits. So all this is going to pay back shortly for the Egyptian travel, inshallah.
Yes, sir. Back to the COVID-19 and what that has once brought the whole world to a standstill. How do you see the COVID-19 preventative measures in place here in touristic sites and destinations in Egypt? And do you think that this would encourage the tourists to have a safe and sound and entertaining visit to Egypt?
Well, really, Egypt was one of the prime destinations worldwide, to stick to the regulations and criteria of the WHO. And that's why you remember in April, we had the Secretary General of the World Tourism Organization, Mr. Jvel, he visited Egypt twice, and the Director of the UNESCO International as well. And he recommended about the arrangements and regulations that Egypt enforces on the results, for its immunization, for the staff, and for the facilities itself. It has been checked regularly with the airlines, the transportation systems, the bazaars, the shops, everything in the Egyptian resorts and tourist destination was checked. That's why Egypt is regarded as a safe haven for world travel, for regional travel, and for local travel as well.
Dr. Yehya, as we're wrapping up, I'd like to hear from you your closing remarks, if you may.
Well, really, Egypt, is becoming, really a source of attention and creativity and innovation. Yesterday, we had a very excellent show with the shooting competition, grand opening at the administrative capital. We had as well, the Gona Festival. We have, Egyptian athletes, scoring gold and prime locations, in Florida, in London, and Egypt, all over the world. So we have a bright season, inshallah, in 21 and 22.
Indeed, our fingers crossed on that, and we really appreciate your insight, as always, Dr. Yehya Abdul, Tourism Counselor. Thank you so much for being with us, and thank you so much for your contribution on the Breakfast Show. And dear viewers, now we move on to a short break, and then we'll be back to resume the remaining segments of the Breakfast Show live only on Nile TV International.